metabolic health is a disaster in North America. It's a disaster really in the world now. One out of 3 Canadians are diabetic or pre-diabetic. So it's astounding. And probably 70% have insulin resistance if you actually look, beyond kind of just glycemic control. So that became apparent to me. But it took us a while to develop an approach. And we had health coaches and dietitians and exercise physiologists, physicians, and I was a psychologist. And so, kind of a whole team approach. And we started to create kind of, what are the elements, what's the clinical model here? What are the elements of change around this? How do you work with other groups? And it was very high touch at the beginning. And then COVID hit. And so we had the best family gym during COVID. So for $10,000 a month, we got to have our own family gym. The whole space, we were in there every day, doing our workouts. It was kind of an expensive membership, but everyone else's gym seemed to be closed, but not ours. So no, the COVID really took the wind out of our sails from kind of these high touch programs. But the, good news, bad news, that was the bad news. The good news was the diabetes program we'd been doing as groups. We put it onto Zoom. We also had getting people from all over the province. And I kind of realized, hey, we could actually do this completely virtually. But if we were going to do virtual care here, we need to think a little bit more deeply around what virtual care means. It's not just the video connection. It can be synchronous. It can be asynchronous. It can be it could be one-on-one. It can be group. You can have text. You can have, exercise. You can have audio. You can have video. There's all sorts of ways that, once you have a digital relationship with somebody, there's all sorts of ways for you to build a program. And what we started to realize was that we could, through building kind of a back end to this program, we could take physician time and, because the problem in lifestyle medicine is often, how do you do that in a 10-minute encounter? And so we created a structure where, we can kind of 30x the physician time, or more by, one kind of amplifying, in groups where you have, you spend an hour with 30 people. So it's only kind of, a couple of minutes per person, but, now that you're in a group, each person gets that hour. So right there, you get that magnification, right? So that was really interesting. And then by putting all of the material online from a video perspective, you were able to, do your best job explaining something once, and then it gets listened to thousands of times, right? And then you can build kind of interactive software modules around that. So that kind of took me down a path of, I realized that during COVID that was possible.